First Samuel 2:2 says, there is only one holy like the Lord. There is no one beside you, and there is no rock like our God. You know, that's one of the great things about being a Christian, about being a child of God. We only have one God to deal with. We don't have many gods. There's only one path for us to go. There's not many paths for us to go. There's one Savior. There's one Creator. There's one Sustainer. You know, there's only one Comforter and Guide. And these are all wrapped up in one. One God. One God exhibits all these different traits, all these different qualities, including love, peace, joy. There's only one judge. It's the same God that created us, the same God that saved us, the same God that sustains us. So we don't have to deal with the whims of multiple different entities. It's one God. We focus on one God. We serve this one God. You know, it makes Christianity very, very simple compared to other religions, because we don't have to worry about all these different options, all these different things. Well, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, maybe this is going to get me to heaven, maybe that's going to get me to heaven. It's all laid out by our one God. And He's given us one book to follow. We could call it the operator's manual, but it's a lot more than that. Yes, it tells us how to live life. This one book has everything in it we need to live life. But it also gives us advice on how to treat others. It talks about relationships. You know, but even further than that, it talks about and explains and helps us to understand our God, our Savior. It helps us to understand. It helps us to know, you know, how He works and how He thinks. As we look at the Old Testament, and then we compare that to the New Testament, we see how God is the same the whole way through. We see how God's people treated Him and the results of these things. So we have it, as far as religions go, pretty easy, because our focus only has to go one direction. And that's the amazing thing too. If we focus on Him, what's the main commandment? Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, and with all your strength. And when we do that, everything else falls into place. One focus helps us to do all these other things that we want to do. So I would challenge you today to give your life to Jesus, to become a child of God, to believe and understand that there is only the one God, and to focus on that God, run towards that God, allow that God to work amazing miracles in your life, and allow that same God not only to take care of you, but to give you a new purpose and to help you to draw others into His kingdom.